Thursday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It is now October 9th, 2025. Appreciate you being with us. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, also at Radio Para Mí. Hope you could join us this morning at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11 a.m., especially 9 to 10 a.m. We'll be conducting an Edinburg mayoral candidate forum, also City Hall forum, live at the Edinburg DHR Health, the real pretty conference center. I hope you can join us there at 9 o'clock for the live broadcast. University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley has opened a new medical facility. Actually, it's been open for a few weeks. They say they've seen about 2,000 patients already. But yesterday was the ribbon cutting, the official grand opening ceremony for the $145 million facility. The UT Health Rio Grande Valley Cancer and Surgery Center is going to serve as a hub for cancer diagnosis and treatment, also sports medicine, orthopedics. It's also going to serve, obviously, as a training facility for UTRGV nurses, folks in the nursing program, and medical students at the UTRGV Medical School. It's 6 minutes after the hour on the Valley's Morning News. Governor Greg Abbott threatening to withhold some transportation dollars, some road money from cities and counties if they do not remove political ideology from the streets.
The Trump administration has declared rainbow crosswalks a sign of gay pride, a distraction. There are a handful of them in Texas. The move from Abbott comes 3 days after the right-wing social media account Libs of TikTok criticized the crosswalks and tagged Governor Abbott in a post that's been viewed more than 3 million times. Earlier this month, Houston repainted its rainbow crosswalk in Montrose. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
Interesting political note for Texas. The Republican Party governing board will be meeting this weekend, and they have 10 GOP Texas House members who the GOP leadership say these House members did not toe the party line, and they are now in their crosshairs.
It could start censuring Texas House representatives that the party says aren't conservative enough to be in the GOP. This meeting is looking at 10 reps, and if they tried to stop Republican priorities during the regular session of the legislature. 7 of those reps face bans from running in their primaries next year. One name on the list that would possibly have a lighter censure, Speaker of the Texas House, Dustin Burrows. The board would not stop him from running again.
Kristen Yates with that report. Federal Reserve officials appear to support lowering interest rates, but they seem to be split on how many will happen in the next several months.
According to September's meeting summary, there was near unanimity among participants at the Federal Open Market Committee that the central bank's key overnight borrowing rate should be cut due to weakness in the labor market. But individual members' expectations showed the group split 10-9, with the slim majority expecting 2 more cuts before the end of the year. Meeting notes also show that officials were concerned with the state of the labor market, but still expected it to ease back to the Fed's 2% target. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
And again, program note for KURV. Hope you can join us. The Sergio Show, my program, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Going to be broadcasting from the DHR Health, the Big Pretty Conference Center. We're going to be in the Big Pretty Auditorium, the 800 seats. We've got some of the candidates, the good majority, I think pretty much all the candidates, a good majority of them that are running for City Hall in Edinburg. Yes, mayor and a couple of city council seats. So come and meet the candidates, and we'll have that forum starting at 9 o'clock this morning. And yes, we'll be broadcasting on not only my radio program, but also the 710 KURV platforms, YouTube and X and Facebook Live as well. It is AccuWeather time. And big thank you to Dougie and all the crew at Martin Farm and Ranch for providing us AccuWeather. Also, big thank you to Rivera's Machinery for AccuWeather on KURV. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us again. Man, of all the things I've been doing, I forgot to check radar. Do you see any blips?
Yeah, there's a few showers coming again from the east-northeast moving west-southwest. So Edinburg about to get hit with shower action. McAllen might catch a little bit out of this one as well, but the big cluster of it right now is between Elsa and Edinburg. So, and then there's kind of a loose line that goes up to the north that is again just kind of slowly traversing its way across.
Man, there's a big blob of rain about 100 miles south of us, in fact, just south of Monterrey as well, coming in from the Gulf. You expect something that big to happen later in the day, or is it just going to be little dots here and there?
No, again, just some separated thunderstorms as we go throughout the day today. But the better chance today than we've had the last couple of days. Some of that, what you're seeing, no, not quite far north, but there's some action down in the Bay of Campeche. That's a little tropical thing that's trying to move into Mexico, but maybe not even classified as a disturbance at this point. It's
you turning off the chance of rain tomorrow and into the weekend, or what's the plan?
There again tomorrow there could be a really, really slight chance, and then over the weekend it looks to be pretty dry for us. High pressure kind of building in for us, going to keep things quiet. It's going to route all that Pacific tropical moisture up into Arizona and New Mexico over the weekend and the beginning of next week. So with the high over top of us, it should be pretty quiet here over the weekend.
Okay, Texas travel forecast, okay?
Looking fine. Looking fine today. Again, should just be actually, it's going to be pretty warm up San Antonio way. I think they're going to be just like a degree shy of the record high for the day today, which is only 94, but they'll be at 93 today up San Antonio way, but it should be pretty dry up that direction as well.
Let me touch on this real quick. It confirmed that like next week and days after that should be dry and very hot again, right? In the valley and many parts of Texas, like after we clear all these little dots of Gulf rain, right? Should be very
like I said, some thunderstorms today, chance there for some rain tomorrow, dry over the weekend. Temps holding I'm looking at the extended temps holding in the low to mid 90s for us throughout next week. So not too hot.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. Thanks for the update, pal. That's AccuWeather.
Wait.
Wait
with it. Yeah. Hold on.
It's somebody's birthday. Look at that look.
Oh, yeah.
This is the rock that bird, the punk version.
For a second there.
Hold on. Everybody. Come on, Jason. You know you want to say happy birthday to you.
That's very nice, Freddie. Thank you. But I heard the guitar riffs at the beginning. I'm going, oh no, he grabbed the one that they played on The Simpsons. Do you remember when they were celebrating Senor Burns? Right? Monty Burns, right? That was his name.
Yeah.
And it was the Ramones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Happy birthday, you old beep. That was the one I was going to play. Thank you. All right, pal. Look, moldy cheese is the only thing on the menu today as far as national days. Moldy cheese. Like what?
That sounds gross.
We'll have to get some extra cake, to make up for that. Thanks, Jason. That's Jason.
Happy birthday. Have a great day.
Thank you, pal.
Wait, hold on. We got another call.
Special
call coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to caller number 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're on the air.
Happy birthday, Day. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, sweetheart. May the Lord
that's sweet.
May the Lord grant you many, many more. We thank the Lord for your life. We love you.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. How are you going to continue after that?
I'm done. Give me about 60 seconds to reset. Híjole, Freddie.
Cutting onions in the studio today. What's going on?
Thank you. Love you. If you didn't guess, that's my babe. My babe. That's my wife and my babies. Big hairy babies. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. We got, I lovingly refer to him as Mayor Ram Ramiro Garza in the studio. And, you know, last night, the county had its State of the County address. Judge Richard Cortez, one of the topics that came up was more parking for the city of Edinburg, for the county, for the new county courthouse. And guess who's stepping in to provide that? Yeah, the city of Edinburg. We'll talk about that next one. 710 KURV.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report, brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
This is your home for fighting Texas A&M Aggies football. News Talk 710 KURV. Gig 'em Aggies.
Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Your station for Texas A&M fighting Aggie football. We got the Aggies against the Florida Gators, hosting the Gators. Yeah, we're going to bring them into Texas, see if we can beat them up after they beat UT last week. 5 p.m. broadcast made possible by many supporters, including the DHR Health Orthopedic Institute. Big thank you to JP and all the crew over at Amigo Power Equipment. If you join us on 710 KURV, YouTube Live, X Live, Facebook Live, of course, we got Radio Para Mí, our free app as well. We got our mayor from Edinburg, Mayor Ramiro Garza in the studio. He and I and a whole bunch of other people, like hundreds and hundreds of people last night at the State of the County address by County Judge Richard Cortez. And let's start with some of the overlap. You got the thing that one of the items that stuck out was, yes, we need more parking at the courthouse. Big, beautiful, pretty courthouse. And boy, they were celebrating, talking about all the bells and whistles, but that's not going to help unless we got more parking. And here steps in the city of Edinburg to provide some of that parking. So what's the plan, Mayor?
Yeah, the plan is we're building a parking garage right across where the jury duty parking lot is right now. Okay. The county owns that, a piece of property. They've partnered with us, the city, to build a parking garage. Just a 3-level parking garage. It's about 260 parking spaces or so.
Will that be enough?
That's not enough. But you know what? It's needed to build that much more there. The county's going to demolish the old courthouse also and build some more surface parking there. And then there's some other plans for parking around the courthouse area. But it's going to help. Obviously having that much parking closely there to the courthouse, it's going to go a long way. So we're happy to partner with the county, with a county seat. And, we've always been partnering with the county, so we're happy to do that.
When you say partner, like, what's the cost? And is it 50-50 or what's the
plan?
I
say partner in that the land the county has donated to the project. Okay. So, and I say donate, it's deeded over to do this parking structure. And we're the city's putting in $6.2 million into this parking structure.
What's the price tag on this?
$6.2 million.
That's the whole. So yes, the city pays the whole the construction of it.
That was part of our commitment. There's a new courthouse. It was, the city had partnered with the county to do that, and that was our commitment.
All right. Yeah. Will it be portions of it? Might it be paid parking where there's some revenue that might come from?
Yeah,
Do you know?
well, at this point, it's going to be available parking,
Okay.
for the county. This is part of our city's plans for our downtown improvements. There's a nice cultural arts building that's been built, the amphitheater. We have events there
Yes,
almost
yes.
all the time. So this, parking structure, I think during the day will be used, obviously, for the courthouse, but then at night and the weekends, the city will be using it. Yeah.
Yeah. Might there be more metered parking downtown?
That is a possibility.
Right.
Yes, sir. That was taken out mainly because of the construction of the courthouse. We needed to leave space, but that is possible. We have a lot of small businesses there. We want to make sure that
Man, there's a lot of people working downtown. I'm sorry, a lot of people working at the courthouse.
Yes.
And with 250 some odd parking spaces, man, you can see that's not going to be enough. We'll need that metered parking nearby. Do you know if there's talk of maybe having a nearby park and ride facility where,
there's other possibilities,
jury folks,
Yeah.
and everybody gets taken to the
Yeah, I
courthouse?
think there's other possibilities. There's other parking in and around the courthouse area within the 3 block area. Obviously, it's not as in close proximity, but it is available. We actually just need to promote that also just that much more because there is a lot of parking available all throughout. But we want to make sure that the metered parking and those things are important. The businesses that are there, you want to make sure they're not affected. They have their customers that go by their establishment. So we want to make sure we help with that. Yeah.
Ramiro Gansa is our mayor for Edinburg. We were at the State of the County speech by County Judge Richard Cortez. Topic number one, of course, parking. City of Edinburg providing parking, 3-story facility. Is that set in stone, set in concrete, or might it be a fourth level, maybe fifth level? I mean, you could.
It's set in stone as far as 3 level. We have to
okay.
stay within our funds that we have allocated, right?
Okay.
I mean,
There we go.
it's believe me, if the city has so many needs all throughout the community, we're a growing city. This is what we have available for making this work. If we had more funds, we would do a larger structure. But right now, those are the funds we have to work with, and we're making the most of it. To be able to build that much structure with such amount of
Sure.
funds, we're making the most of it.
By when do you think it might be ready to go?
Well, at least 12 months when we start construction. So we're starting construction already. We have the groundbreaking tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're starting very soon. I think the county's doing some temporary parking for the jurors that normally would have otherwise used that space. So that's being completed. We're going to start very, very soon, but at least 12 months, 12 to 16 months. Yeah.
You pointed at me like, hey, we're having the groundbreaking. We're like, hey, sir, you can come. No, I'm stuck here at the microphone at that time. I was stuck here at the microphone yesterday during the UT Health Science, the Cancer Center, the ribbon cutting for that. Man, I was kicking myself. I wish I could have gone to that one. That's a huge deal.
Big for our
South
area.
Tech. I want to get your comments on how
Absolutely.
important this
Yeah,
is.
I was there. UTRGV continues to grow, and that's just something we don't have here. For residents to have the opportunity. I'm a cancer survivor, like so many folks. I think everybody knows somebody in their family that had cancer. Now you don't have to leave the area in terms of treatments and things of that nature, and even research. So I'm really excited about the research, that's going to be conducted at that facility. So it's pretty, transformative for us, and it's what is coming with the medical school, UT Health, that is happening. I'm really excited about it.
I want to go down that road real quick. Should we refocus, concentrate our efforts, not only in Edinburg at the Economic Development Office, but with Amigos next door in Mission, McAllen, everybody else like Lock Arms, on the research side for medicine and testing consumer products, things like that? Something like, Mike Allen and Keith Patridge over at McAllen, decades ago, they had, this vision. It'd be beautiful to have a medical school. Now we got the medical school. We've had it for years. It'd be nice to have like Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer, other companies set up like research facilities here, consumer product facilities here. That's billions of dollars that we could focus on. Say, bring them down here. You need the data for Latinos and Hispanics. You need it. Just come on down here. We got a medical school. We can host you. Maybe redouble our efforts on the EDC side to try to capture something like that.
I would agree with that. Just so there's already research happening, at the university.
Yes, it is.
But you're right; it's about commercializing it, and I think that possibility is there, Sergio, with as diabetes and other things that
everything that
are
branches
known
out
for.
from that.
We have. You're right. The area is ripe to study it. And I could see that possibility. And I think, if we focus our efforts with all the economic development corporations, not just in Edinburgh, McAllen, this will be a regional thing because, it could, with all the Realplex and all the folks that are working together now, I think that's a possibility. Absolutely.
Ramiro Garza, our mayor from Edinburg, joining us here in studio at KURV. Every time I get to speak with you, always blown away by the numbers that you share. I was telling the gang over at the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association. They had a quick sit down with some of the candidates for City Hall. And I told them, every time I speak with Mayor Ramram, like he's blowing my socks off with construction numbers for homes and new neighborhoods that are popping up. So you got to, what's the latest on that? Are we still at a very high pace in construction?
Well, there's still a lot of subdivisions that had started for some time, and they're going through the process. I think we'll have over 120 or so that are still, about 40 of them under construction. The rest are going through the review process, and they haven't started construction. But all those 120 subdivisions that he'll represent about over 4,500 lots. I mean, that's quite a bit of inventory coming on board. Now, what has slowed down a little bit is the actual number of permits for single family homes.
Okay.
Typically we're getting over 60 per month. Now we're in the, 30s, but it's just a lot of inventory out there. But we still see a lot of activity. There's still folks investing and doing developments. We're an area that continues to grow. I mean, Edinburg is now 109,000 people. Yeah. That's our latest number. So, I remember when
John McAllen, here comes Edinburg.
When I first moved to Edinburg 25 years ago, we're 48,000. I mean, that was the year 2000. And so we're doubling every 20 years. And not just Edinburg, the whole area. Yeah. But, we've all kind of grown into one another. Yesterday I was there at the state of the county, and I'm talking to the McAllen City Commission and other neighboring cities. And, we're just talking about, hey, let's connect this trail. Let's do this thing. Because our residents, that's what they ask for, right? They, they know probably where they're at in terms of their city limits, but they just want services. And we've grown into one another, and that's what we should do.
Yeah, and of course, all this likely not to change anytime soon, because we're all seeing the benefit from the coast, the Port of Brownsville, the multi-billion-dollar private sector investment, and everything taking place there. Thousands and thousands of jobs. There's a daily commute from Edinburg, Mission, McAllen towards the coast, and they come on back. Elon Musk and the thousands of people. It's amazing. So these good times, and of course, more industry on the way, on the horizon. Wonderful, big employers and announcements coming to the area. Where do you see Edinburg and quite frankly, just the metro area, which is McAllen, Mission, Edinburg, just this area. Where do you see us like in 10 years and 20 years? How big will this economy be? What will we have as far as employers in the area? What do you say?
That's a good question. I mean, I think, first of all, I think for Edinburgh in particular, there's a lot of infrastructure we're having to do to keep up, because if we don't do those things, it's going to limit our growth, right?
Which, by the way, I'm sorry, let's put a pause on, because I had another question related to the more rooftops and businesses, which are supposed to equal more revenue.
Correct.
Have you run a study as to how much going into the coffers, what would happen over the next several years? How much of an increase that would provide you more of a budget for the roads and everything else? Have you run a study on
not a study, but the numbers? I have the numbers in terms of what we've seen right in the last 3 years. I mean, we've seen over 1.2 billion and just in permit valuations, residential construction. There's over 300 million almost every year. Right now, up to August, we already have over 200 million in capital investments, both residential and commercial. But all that is adding to our tax base. However, we're needing to make sure we keep up. We're right now, one of our largest project expansion of our wastewater treatment plant. We got to make sure we have the capacity there. And then we're going to add soon a new water plant north of Edinburg, another new wastewater treatment plant. We have to make sure we stay focused, on those things to ensure that we capitalize on the growth.
I ask you because at the pace that we're growing, obviously you're going to have to finance a lot of this stuff, all that pipe, all that sewer stuff, and cleaning of the water. So, how do we do that and keep the tax rate down? All that, because how the voters are.
We got to be efficient with our budget, obviously, and at the same time, find partnerships. For example, the county. We're doing a lot of road improvement projects with Precinct 4 with Commissioner Eli Torres, widening roads, east and west corridors, the east side of Edinburgh. So I think a lot of it, and also maybe in the future partner with our neighboring cities to do a new treatment plant, Northtown. because you're right. Our ratepayers are the key. We just have to keep them in mind. We've been able to keep our tax rate, at least this budget year, at the same rate. We've reduced it by 5 cents the last 3 years. And so we do got to make sure we stay focused on that and make sure we're fiscally conservative with it.
I was thinking last night, how do I ask Mayor Ram the silly question? Hey, can we unite Edinburg and McAllen and Mission and go over there where Mayor Ambrosio? Hey, come on in. Let's create one big fat city. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, but we can think to that. That's where I want to take the conversation. Why not set up a massive water purification, water distribution, like a lot of the infrastructure we could do together to benefit each other. We're all connected.
Correct.
We're connected to each other. Why not?
I think we're headed that way.
Okay.
Look, I think last week there's a new project north of Edinburg that is in our CCM, but it's on the border of McAllen, right? The people that are going to live there, I don't think it matters to them.
Yeah,
where they get the water, where they get the services, as long as they get the services. So I think we're headed there, Sergio, even if we don't,
because that would help us save money, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but we're headed there because we've grown into one another. I mean, it's just, and so I think we're already acting that way. Obviously, all the cities work together, but I think if we can work on some joint projects that way, I think it'll go a long way.
Fiscally speaking, as far as infrastructure, think like a big city, because that's what we are. I mean,
absolutely.
If you combine all of us, man, that's one of the largest cities in the nation.
That's right.
Yeah, Our Mayor Ramiro Garza, and sorry I interrupted you earlier. I needed to get that stuff in there. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, in 1 minute, tell me, how do you see Edinburg? What will we be like in Edinburg?
So right now, one thing, I think 3 things I'll mention. One, on the healthcare side, we're growing rapidly. Yeah. Our employment levels, those people that are tied to employment with healthcare, is over 20%. That's, almost double the national average as far as people that work in healthcare. And those are big paying jobs, that we see that. Now, north of Edinburg, we're seeing, unfortunately, we can't announce it yet. I'm sure Riddell, as soon as he's able to, he'll come and talk to you. We're seeing some large investor group that is looking to transform our industrial park. Nice. We're going to see a lot more industrial tied activities. Warehousing is going to be big, I think, north of Edinburg. And I see our airport in Edinburg becoming a factor also in terms of,
it's right next to the interstate. Why not?
It's, we have the space, we have the ability, we have the state is a big partner with the city of Edinburg. They've now invested about $20 million in our airport to just make improvements to it. So I see being a big factor in the infrastructure growth of the area. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, Mayor.
Thank you.
And having Mayor Ramiro Garza in the studio again, the broadcast coming up. 9 o'clock this morning, we'll be at the DHR Health Renaissance, the big pretty conference center. We got an Edinburg mayor candidate forum, along with some other folks running also for City Hall. Hope you can join us live and for the broadcast and online as well. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Come back and see you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Ramiro Garza, our mayor from Edinburg. This is the Valley's Morning News, your station in South Texas for Texas A&M football. We got sports up next on 710 KURV.
Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health.
From the DHR Health Specialty Clinics at Rio Grande City and Brownsville is pulmonologist and sleep and critical care specialist, Dr. Juan Ortiz.
The specialties that I have are critical care, which is done in the hospitals, the ICU, and then pulmonary and sleep medicine. We started something that we're going to call very proudly the Pulmonary and Sleep Institute of DHR. Right now, we're doing sleep studies as an outpatient. They are called home sleep studies. The state-of-the-art equipment that the patient takes home is disposable, works with the phone, and we get all the information that is very similar to the studies that were done in sleep centers before. We opened the pulmonary clinic in Rio Grande City, and I go every Monday, all day long. And from Tuesday to Friday, I am doing the same thing, but in Brownsville. On the side of the clinic, we have the beautiful hospital in Brownsville, so we can get all the imaging that we need for pulmonaries. In the same time, we have an ICU at our Brownsville DHR hospital, super well equipped. We have all the services, including a recently opened cardiac catheterization center, check the heart, gastroenterology, and everything that can be complicated, we can take care of. Rio Grande City is a place that needs a lot of care as well. So we opened up a specialty practice there, new state-of-the-art place that is being constructed in Rio Grande City. DHR is putting a lot of effort and a lot of resources to create an area of high level of quality of care. It's going to be a teaching center associated with the DHR residency program. And there's going to be a new laboratory, radiology center, endoscopy center, etc. So we are expanding to improve the care because that area is demanding good care.
From the DHR Health Specialty Clinics, Rio Grande City and Brownsville, Dr. Juan Ortiz, pulmonologist and sleep and critical care specialist, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
Andrew Monaco here, voice of your Fightin' Texas Aggies, inviting you to stay tuned to The Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez, coming up at 9 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Para Mi app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Let's start with baseball in the ALDS. Blue Jays knock out the Yankees in Game 4 to clinch a spot in the AL Championship Series for the first time since 2016. Tigers with a 4-run six crush the Mariners 9-3 to force a decisive Game 5. Manager A.J. Hinch says the team is showing great effort.
Proud of our guys because, today's game was symbolic of how we roll. It's a lot of different guys doing something positive, multiple guys, getting on base.
In the NLDS, Cubs with a 4-run first. Hold on, beat the Brewers 4-3 in Game 3 to keep their season alive. Phillies did the same. Torched the Dodgers 8-2. Now trail the best-of-5 series 2-1. Thursday Night Football, Giants take on the Eagles at MetLife Stadium. And the Bengals will start newly acquired quarterback Joe Flacco Sunday against the Packers. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
AccuWeather says highs today should be in the low 90s. We have a chance of rain. We got a few showers moving through the Mid-Valley. A few more coming in from the coast. Check it out at that Brownsville radar. Highs today, again, low 90s. Right now, upper 70s across South Texas. Border Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. We link back to U.S. Customs Border Protection. 30 minutes at all three major bridges for McAllen. Brownsville, how you doing right now? Let's see. Not too bad for veterans and B&M. 30 minutes at veterans, less than 5 at B&M. You might want to leave the Gateway Bridge and go to B&M or veterans. Gateway is at least an hour, 10 minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Business news. Check of your money up next. The smart money is with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburg on Monte Cristo. You will find that versatile Kubota equipment that I know you need to get the job done. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the nation. And right now at Amigo Power Equipment, you can get this versatile, awesome Kubota equipment. Get great deals at Amigo Power Equipment. The Z Series mowers, the Sidekick utility vehicles. Check out all the specials. Amigo Power Equipment. Right now, you can take home some of this equipment at 0% financing if you qualify. Or you could save up to $4,500 on some of this equipment. Now through the end of the year, December 31st, get a lot of information at KubotaUSA.com, or just stop by and visit with JP and Jeff today and talk about that 0% financing option if you qualify, or the $4,500 you could save on a lot of this equipment, the Sidekick utility vehicles, the Z Series mowers, and of course the awesome tractors from Kubota at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburg on Monte Cristo.
Look at the rack on that one. You know that buck's been eating Purina Antler Max 20 because it ensures maximum antler growth. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply also stocks a full line of deer nutrition for keeping your deer in top shape during winter rut. In addition to being a certified Purina feed dealer, Martin sells all seasons feeders and blinds. So remember, Purina Antler Max 20 and all seasons feeders. Your deer can't do any better.
Come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburg. Just look for the horse.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Novo Nordisk said it has agreed to buy Akero Therapeutics for up to $5.2 billion, giving the Danish drug maker access to the U.S.-based company's experimental liver disease drug. The maker of Wegovy is pressing ahead with a restructuring in a bid to revive sales growth and fend off intense competition from U.S. rival Eli Lilly. The IRS said that it is furloughing nearly half of its workforce due to the ongoing government shutdown. Officials said that while roughly 34,000 IRS workers are being furloughed, nearly 40,000 employees, representing roughly 53% of the workforce, will remain on the job. China has tightened export controls on rare earths and related technologies while barring its citizens from participating in unauthorized mining overseas. China Director of Eurasia Group Dan Wang said the latest move is a major upgrade for rare earth export control, expanding restrictions. Futures are slightly lower. Wednesday, the Dow Industrials lost 1. That's Your Money Now.
According to a new business report, fewer of us will be traveling this holiday season.
Bankrate released a new survey showing many Americans plan to pull back over Thanksgiving and December compared to last year. Only 1 in 5 adults say they plan to stay in a hotel, short-term rental, or fly over the holidays. The survey found the biggest change involves men, younger adults, lower-income households, and parents with young children. Holiday travel is expected to be about 27% lower than last year. Bankrate believes a post-pandemic travel demand is finally dwindling because of diminished savings, high interest rates, and inflation.
Yeah, and families with young children, it says, right? Yeah, Disney tickets are more expensive now, by the way, just in time for the holiday season. Yeah, just buy more toys for the holiday season. AccuWeather says highs today will be low 90s. We got rain in the forecast. Let's see who gets it. Thank you much for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in about 2 minutes.
It's hurricane season. The time to prepare is now. Stay ahead of the storm with Tropical Coverage 2025 on News Talk 710 KURV, your trusted source for real-time updates. With resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, we'll bring you the information you need to be ready and be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2025 is powered by Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, McAfee Agency, Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and Vega Roofing.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on shoulder pain.
Our website is feelingbetteratLast.com because that's what people say as they leave my office. They really are feeling better at last. Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Slavin with some solid advice on achy shoulders. Shoulder pain is very common, very severe, and often interferes with activities we enjoy, such as golf, tennis, fishing, doing chores, or even daily tasks like combing our hair. The good news is that most of the time, office-based, image-guided treatments provide superb pain relief, and followed by a specific home exercise program can prevent the pain from returning, so you can be feeling better at last. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last. That's really the key phrase, what I specialize in. I'm good at getting you feeling better at last.
With offices in McAllen and Weslaco, Dr. Dennis Slavin is only a phone call away, and many say it's the best call they've ever made. Call 956-973-0565. 973-0565.
Some of the commercial sites in our area being tested today. We got rain in the forecast, and it might come down heavy at some point. And if you're already thinking ahead, oh, man, I got to call the crew, put the buckets out and catch some of this water, man, stop already, please. Make the call to Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Hey, look at that. It's in the name. That's what you need at your commercial sites, at your buildings, at all these stores, at these folks that are renting, leasing from you. Get it fixed. Waterproof your commercial site with the top experts with 125 plus years of experience. They've done mammoth projects across the country. And you think, well, I'm too small. You're not too small. No business too big or too small. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing will work with you. Waterproof that commercial roofing system of yours. If you're about to build something, well, let's go. Call Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, and get it done right the first time. Cutting-edge roof installation and repair technology, advanced waterproofing solutions. Chamberlain is what you need. Chamberlain Roofing, waterproofing. Call now for that free appointment. Get everything checked. 956-655-6178.
News Talk 710 KURV. News and weather information at your fingertips.
There was only one place to get the information I needed.
Log on to KURV.com.
News Talk Authority of South Texas. You're in tune to News Talk 710 KURV. Also online at Radio Para Mi. Download that free app and join us on your smartphone. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. Highs today should be in the low 90s, and we got rain in the forecast. News on 710 KURV. A service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm CJ Papa. The families waiting to be reunited with their loved ones held by Hamas. Ruby Henn's son, Itai, is the youngest U.S. citizen in captivity. He's a soldier who was guarding the border October 7, 2023.
The tank was hit, and the people that were inside the tank were taken, initially missing in action, and then defined as hostages. There was nothing physical evidence about my son and what happened to him.
He spoke to Fox and Friends. The next step for Israel.
The cabinet will likely sign off on the peace deal, and then will come a hard ceasefire. Along with that ceasefire, the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, expected to pull back to one of two predetermined lines inside of Gaza.
That's Fox's Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv. America's listening to Fox News.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz is working on legislation that would protect citizens from government censorship.
The Wall Street Journal reports Cruz's bill would codify protections against government-driven censorship and would make it easier for consumers to win damages in lawsuits. Cruz is one of the few Republicans who has challenged the administration's handling of free speech issues. That apparently included the push to have Jimmy Kimmel pulled off air regarding his comments over the Charlie Kirk assassination. Cruz chairs the Senate Commerce Committee, which for months has been investigating whether the Biden administration pressured social media platforms to remove certain content back during the COVID days.
According to an international report, renewable energy now provides more of the world's electricity than coal for the first time. Folks at Ember provided this report, saying they found that renewable energy of all kinds provides 34% of global consumption compared to 33% from coal. College athletes might soon be allowed to bet on pro sports.
The NCAA Division I Administrative Committee has approved a proposal permitting student athletes and staff to bet on professional sports. The proposal takes effect November 1st, pending approval from Divisions 2 and 3. It received support from the Division I Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Betting on college sports and sharing information remains banned. NCAA officials say the change is not an endorsement, but aligns policies with societal norms. I'm Jim Roop.
And of course, the big story of the morning. These reports started yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. President Trump saying that Israel and the terrorist group Hamas, they have agreed to the first phase of his proposed peace plan.
Trump posted on Truth Social that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed-upon line. It's the first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. He later spoke on Fox News about the plan.
I spoke to Bibi Netanyahu just a little while ago. He called. He said, "I can't believe it." He said, "Everybody's liking me now." Meaning him. He said, I said, more importantly, they're loving Israel again.
Phase one of the agreement includes the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas in exchange for Palestinian prisoners currently detained by Israel. Trump is said to be considering a trip to Egypt to participate in the next stage of negotiations. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And a quick note from the United Nations. They say that they are short on cash at the UN and will begin cutting their peacekeeping operations worldwide by about 25%. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us on your smartphone. Radio Para Mi is the name of the free app. Download it. We're in the menu. 710 KURV is free at Radio Para Mi. Rio Grande Valley, Port of Brownsville is our massive economic engine, now more than ever. For decades, the port has provided thousands of jobs. and billions of dollars in economic investment. But now with liquefied natural gas and $18+ billion in another liquefied natural gas node, like right across the water, right across the street, 650,000 square foot facility for steel operations from Forza, and so on and more. The industrial park with a big Italian food processor that's coming to the air. All these things. It's amazing. All the thousands of jobs. And I didn't even get to mention the neighbor, Elon Musk. Our neighbor, right next door, like right real close to the port, right across the water. There it is. He's hiring thousands of people there. Every day the commute by the thousands towards the port. Can you imagine that? Rush hour towards the port and then rush hour out of the port every single day. It's amazing. Stay in the know because there's more mind-blowing projects, billions of dollars and more investment on the way. Be the first to know. Go to the website, portofbrownsville.com, and sign up for the free newsletter.
At Revettis Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Revettis Machinery and Coyote.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app, where local business